Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV, and I'm here at the Red Hat Government Symposium today, and I'm talking with Kevin Burnett, Technical Manager for the Navy. Kevin, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So one of the themes of the symposium is open source has won at last. Has open source really won inside the federal government? Give me your perspective on how you see open source inside the public sector.
Well, I certainly wouldn't characterize it as having won to date.
Okay.
I certainly think it's come a long way. When I first started working for the Navy, there was a lot of hesitation to allow open source. People were concerned about the security of open source products. But in the last couple of years specifically, I think it's come a long way from a security standpoint. I think people recognize that open source provides an avenue for actually taking a closer look at a lot of the code that's resident within the products, whereas with proprietary products, you don't tend to have that advantage of being able to know exactly what you're getting. At the same time, you've got a lot more eyes on with open source products as opposed to proprietary products because you have a larger community taking a look and actually contributing to the source code. So I wouldn't characterize it as having won yet, but certainly in the last couple of years it's come a long way to the point where, as we were just discussing in the general session, there's a lot more usage within specifically the Department of Defense, and to the point where there isn't as much characterization from a negative standpoint of open source as there historically has been.
So in another facet, mobile strategies are front and center today. What technologies and services should agencies consider to support when it comes to their mobile strategies?
Well, I think specifically in our use case, we provide a lot of services to sailors. They're our end user from a mobile perspective, and so the applications we provide need to be closely aligned to what their experience is from an industry standpoint. They have a certain expectation in mind when they pick up their personal device and they navigate to a Facebook or some other app that these younger sailors have experience with. From an implementation standpoint, security is paramount.
Absolutely.
We're not going to issue 400,000 mobile devices to every sailor in the Navy. What we will do is provide capabilities for sailors to get access to their data on their personal devices. And that's all the more reason security is a major consideration for when we start talking about deploying applications to people's personal devices. The other element is really being prepared to take some risk with actually deploying those applications and allowing the community to give you direct feedback. Mobile apps tend to be much smaller scale investments, and so the opportunity to get feedback directly from end users is critical to that particular investment. And so taking the risk of maybe having an 80% solution instead of waiting for a 100% solution to get that feedback is very important.
So with the applications on the development side, agile development, it's mentioned all the time, but I'm not really sure that everybody knows what it is. How do you incorporate the right policy and procedures to stay ahead of changes in technology and user demands when looking at agile?
Yeah, I would say just from a Department of Defense perspective, we just need to be more keen on using the policy and procedures that are out there. There's nothing that precludes us from doing agile development. We just need to do it smartly. Agile development to me is an opportunity, like I said, to get direct end user feedback during the development process. So having an opportunity for users to comment and reprioritize your work effort while you're doing development, as opposed to traditionally waiting to the end to give feedback and then you have to completely course correct, which is significantly more expensive, is something that I think it's kind of a best practice now more than it is defining a particular development methodology. So I don't know that there's policies and procedures that necessarily need to be tweaked to allow us to do agile development. It's just a matter of enforcing that across your particular organization or agency.
Interesting. Well, Kevin, thanks for stopping by to talk with us about this.
Sure.
For all of our videos, you can check out our YouTube channel, and for more information, you can check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.